I'm unbelievably in tune with the fact that it's almost impossible to become a human being, and I have no interest for taking that for granted. I love when analytical people, so when I have a very deeply math kid in front of me and we're having some sort of debate and they're upset about something, I'm like, you do know the odds of being a human being are 400 trillion to 1, right? I think that what drives me is an unbelievably clear perspective to how lucky we are to have an at-bat, and I'm struggling to dwell on dumb shit. As long as 8 people that I love more than life are alive that morning, I'm in good spirits. I really am. Yeah. You know, look, I think adversity and humble beginnings is an incredibly good framework to happiness if you layer positivity and optimism around your difficulty. A lot of times people look at their difficulty and dwell and go the other way. So for me, I'm excited every day because I get to play. Entrepreneurship is scary, and you have to fight against the system, and you have to see things others don't, and you have to challenge norms. And I quit school in 3rd grade. You know, I did. It's super weird, but I started getting D's and F's in 4th grade. I consciously walked into 4th grade and said, I'm out. I did. And it was mainly because, for who knows why, and I really have no answer for this, but I just remember, 4th grade, you're a babe. I'm looking at other it's crazy to me that I actually had the thought process of, this isn't for me. I know who I am. I'm gonna be this, and I don't care about the periodic table.
You know,
you don't want to go to college? You don't have to go to college. You don't want to be a doctor? You don't have to be a doctor, right? But that also means that if that's what your parents want and that's what they're willing to pay for, you can't be like, hey mom, you know how you're gonna give me 80,000 to go be a doctor? That's what you want? Well, I don't want that. I want to be a painter, so give me that 80,000. That's not how it works. Yeah. You have to leave that on the table. That money, that infrastructure comes with that ambition. If you want that safety and that money, well, that means you're gonna be a lawyer. If you wanna be a fucking motorcycle racer, that means you're gonna live in a studio apartment with 19 friends. People ask the dumbest shit. This kid the other day is like, GaryVee, but how do you do this in the Bay Area? It's so expensive. Like, you move, dick. You don't live in the Bay Area.
You have a choice.
People are like, Gary, what the fuck? You're trying to pay $14 an hour? How do you survive in New York City? I'm like, you live in Queens and you take, you can do anything.
Mm-hmm. You have options.
People aren't willing to sacrifice for what they want. This is why I jump on, they don't know. They know. People don't want to deal with the truth. I do not care about money. I love the fucking game. People buy dumb shit. Lately people have been coming at me a little bit. It happened this week, and they're like, wait a minute. You keep telling all of us that you didn't make any money, but how'd you have money to invest in Facebook, Uber, and Twitter? This is a thing that's popped up this last week. And I'm laughing, because I'm replying, I'm like, because I lived in an $1,100 a month apartment that was a piece of shit in Jersey. I went on no vacations, I bought no $4 coffee, I didn't buy any fucking swag clothes, and I fucking saved. I made $41,000 a year the first 3 years of my career, and I saved $9,000 each of those years. You know how many fuckers in here make $70K a year and lose money each year? Because they got a fucking I didn't have a credit card until I was 27. I had a debit card because I wasn't gonna fucking spend money I didn't have. I don't give a fuck about money, I care about the game. So when I lose money, I don't care, because I just don't care about it. I don't know what else to tell you. What? What are you gonna do with it? First of all, none of us talk about money. People don't talk about money in America. What? We're walking around showing each other our bank accounts? We don't, it's super easy for me. I think people value money too much. Because they think it buys them happiness. People think that, and I really don't believe it. I really don't.
The thing that struck me with so much clarity, and sometimes you hear something and it's just the way someone said it a little differently, and it really was your message around self-awareness and knowing your strengths. Could you sort of, not everybody heard that. Can you tell us what you mean by that and why you said it's the most important thing for an entrepreneur?
I think of it in practicality. I don't think you get the same returns by overwhelmingly working on your weaknesses as you do on tripling down on your strengths. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's so clear to me. I think so much of what I talk about is predicated on not only my successes, but watching my family members, watching that whole ecosystem of startup founders, just watching. I watch a lot. I read a lot of like people's behavior more so than, books or things of that nature. And so, yeah, I mean, I believe that the entrepreneurs that have gone on to quadruple down on their strengths and then hire around their weaknesses have had much better success than the ones that dwell on their shortcomings because somebody they look up to was good at it and said it was important, and they waste their time on something they'll never be.